Just got back from the river. So when I was there, we were going across the bridge, and this old timer and his wife were coming up with their 2 little rat terrier dogs. And I noticed he was barefoot. And one of his dogs is 13, the other one's young. He'd been going there since, forever probably. But since his old dog was little. And he said they have to carry it halfway now because it's too old. And he kind of looked like he was going through some health changes. Because his wife looked about his age, but she was moving pretty good and he was fairly slow. So on the way back, when I was at the river with Leela, I was walking barefoot. But something told me, this time don't look at the ground. Just be in the moment, look at the trees and everything else. In life, I'm always looking at the details. I'm always looking at the ground, where I'm stepping, where I'm going. I'm always finding glass and stuff, I'm always picking up things. I have Uranus on my ascendant, opposing my Mercury on my DC with Chiron. I've learned how to walk with my toes pointed up because I always would bang them into things, stub my toes, step on toothpicks, weird stuff. So it's entrained me to pay attention to the details, and I've done that in life, but I've still managed to stub my toes, break my toes, just normal life stuff. So as I was walking, I decided I wouldn't pay attention to where I was stepping. I would just move. And kind of activates your intuition. It really puts you in tune with reading the energies as you're stepping, as you're moving. There's all these subtle, nuanced details that are lost when you're focused on what it is you're doing, where you're going, how you're stepping, all the potential issues, and you lose the flow. At least I do. So as I was walking, I forgot that I was barefoot for a while. Then I got to a patch. I was letting Leela run off her leash. I don't do that normally. I got to an area where we're getting closer to the parking lot, so I leashed her up, and the mosquitoes started coming. And I noticed I was still walking barefoot, but then all the pressure, all the pull, I was moving too slow for the dog. The mosquitoes are coming, so I can feel all this constraining energy forcing me into conditions of optimization, of ease, of simplicity, where I have to decide to put my shoes on in order to, get the hell out of there. But I kept my shoes off. I just kept walking, and I had to fight myself from continually looking at the ground where I was stepping, because the terrain was getting more rough. So in life, when you are put in these molds, when you are pressurized by the world around you, it's hard to flow. It's very hard to be natural. And that was a theme I was picking up on at the river. I always pick up on that theme. But when you reinforce what it is through the language of a different experience, through a different realization, for me it was simply just walking barefoot in the woods. There's a new depth of understanding as to why and how life situations, dynamics, and how our own internal dialogue and expressions of our psyche shape our experience. In times we have to work hard, we do what we got to do to make it through. We save up our money, we do all these things. We put an effort in today so that tomorrow can be easier, you know. When you do that metaphysically, metaphorically, through your awareness, through understanding when you can take your shoes off and walk in the woods and when you should put them on, it helps you to find your way, your path. Knowing what's going to be pressure and what isn't. The oscillation of events, circumstances. We are 50% of whatever that is at all times. So if you can decode what that is and make your preparations, build your awareness, invest in yourself, then you are ahead of where you would be had you not. So we can simplify things in life with these kind of analogies. The metaphysics are in the mundane. They're not in the complexities of the brain, of the mind, of the echo response. When you can bring the metaphysics of your mundane presence into that complication, you can simplify things. And you can help be part of the change rather than be changed by it. All right, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening, watching, being.